Okay, right. So welcome to the morning yoga class. So today we're going to focus on some twists, lying and standing and seated twists. And twists are really good for elimination if you feel, like you are a bit blocked up, and you should maybe try some twists, and it will help to get everything moving. And it's just generally good to sort of, and for the spine, just to have that kind of the mobility in the spine. So I think twists are one of my favorite things to do, actually. So we're going to stand into a standing position on our mat. Have the feet hip width apart. Just take a moment here. So have the eyes closed if you want to. Just check in with yourself. Just letting everything settle, any thoughts, any rushing to get to class or anything that's happened. Just letting that go and just allowing yourself to drop down into your body. Notice the breath in the body. Feeling your feet in contact with the mat. And then when you're ready, you're going to just blink the eyes open. So we're going to just start to get the body warmed up. So we're just going to inhale. I'm going to sweep the arms all the way overhead. Right, exhale to lower the arms. Okay, so if you do that 3 times, making sure you're moving the arms in line with the breath, using your Ujjayi breath. Come to a rest when you've finished those 3. So we're going to take that again, but when we get to the top, we're going to interlace the fingers. Going to do that 3 times. So when you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms all the way overhead. Side, inhale, exhale, lower the arms. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead again. Inhale, palms to the ceiling, keep the chin tucked in, pull the tummy in, exhale, twist them. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist, opposite side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Palms to the ceiling, exhale into your twist. When you finish your exhale, arms down. Sorry, I just thought I saw a message flash up then. I'm imagining things. I'm sure you can hear me. If you can't hear me, then you'll unmute yourself and tell me, I'm sure. I've got the microphone on, so I was being paranoid. Okay, so we're going to take a standing forward bend. So we simply take the arms overhead, and then we're going to come down. If you're feeling a bit stiff, if it's morning time, you can, if you've just got up, you can just sweep the arms down the legs for the first couple of rounds, maybe. You could even take the arms to the back of the pelvis for a couple of rounds. So just see how your back is Yeah, and then as you work through, we're going to do six rounds, and then you might start to loosen up and be able to take the arms overhead. So when you're ready, you're going to sweep the arms all the way overhead. I'm feeling tight this morning. Exhale into your forward bend. Have a slight bend in the knee, that's fine. Tuck your head in at the end. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way overhead. We're just going to go straight back over the forward bend. Inhale to come up. Okay, so that's bend forward. Have a slight bend in the leg, tucking the head in at the end. Inhale to take the arms overhead, and then you might feel like get the arms out front, or maybe not. So just do what's good for you. 2 more forward bends. When you finish, you'll exhale the arms to lower. Exhale the arms as you lower them down. Okay. So whenever you've finished, we're going to come into a bit of a wide leg stance, and we're going to take a standing twist. So to do that, we take the arms out by our sides, ideally shoulder height. And then on the exhale, of course, we're drawing our tummy in, and we're working on a diagonal. So you're going to come into that diagonal movement, opposite hand to opposite leg. And you're going to see if you can bring the top shoulder back and look up. You know, the first couple, you might just take the hand to the thigh. It's really up to you. Then you're going to inhale center, and you'll exhale and work on the diagonal on the opposite side. So we're going to take 4 rounds on each side. So when you're ready, inhale, take the arms to shoulder height. Exhale, taking the opposite hand to leg. The hand that you're not twisting with goes on the sacrum. Rolling that top shoulder back, looking up. Inhale, working on the diagonal to come up to center. Exhale again. So we're always working on the diagonal here. We're not coming down into a forward bend and then shifting over to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. And as we're working in that twist, we're seeing if we can bring the body to the leg. So just, even if it's just like a centimetre closer, we can draw the body in using the lever of the hand on the leg, just to draw your body in slightly closer to your leg, and then just twisting the upper body. One more round, or finish the rounds that you're doing. Make sure you're even. You've done the same amount of twists on both sides. And then you'll exhale to lower the arms. And shuffle the feet in. And then we're going to come down onto our mat. I'm going to take a nice cat-cow position here. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then you're going to inhale, take the, lift the chest so the shoulder blades work together. And then as you exhale, taking the tummy in, drawing the tummy in, the hips all the way, the hips go back, taking them sort of halfway. You don't have to take them all the way back this morning. Drop that head. Inhale into your up cat. It's that nice arch in the spine. Exhale, draw the tummy in, take the hips halfway, drop that head. We're getting a nice movement in the spine. Really stretching out all of those lovely back muscles, creating some space between each of the vertebrae and the spine as we come back. Keep going. I'm going to do 6 of these.
One more lap. So this is so nice.
It's such a nice morning posture to do when you see cats and dogs and they wake up and they stretch like this. It's like,
Oh yeah, now I know where they do it. It just feels really lovely.
okay. So coming onto your back. So we're just going to take a lying twist here.
So on your back, we're going to take your arms to shoulder height, your palms are facing down, your chin is in. So you've got the option to keep your feet on the floor and drop the knees to the side. You've got the option to take your knees over your tummy and then drop the knees to the side that way, which gives a bit more of a twist in the upper back. You can feel it's a lot stronger. So just be mindful of your back, not to overstep. So the twist in the morning, decide which version works well for you. And we're going to take 6 on each side. Okay, so then we're ready in the centre, we're going to take a nice big impact here, prepare for the twist. Have the eyes closed, by the way. And you can take the head in the opposite direction. So exhale, dropping the knees, taking a variation that suits you. Just the knees to the side, just making sure that your shoulders stay down as you work into the twist. Inhale back to centre. Exhale, twisting on the other side. Inhale back to centre. Okay, so just working with your breath in your own time. So you're pulling the tummy muscles in on the exhale. And we do keep some engagement on the inhale as well. Next is the last one. You're doing this dynamically, which means you're just moving in and out of the posture. And it feels so good this morning. I think we're going to do a nice day. Dropping to start, whichever side you started, and you're going to stay there for a few breaths. So just take whatever feels good, not overstretching. This is a static posture now. So I'm going to take 2 breaths on one side, and then I'm going to take 3 breaths on the other side. Drop your feet to the mat, take the arms down to the mat as well. Roll onto your side. Onto a seated position. So we're going to take a seated twist. So you can come into the seated twist 2 ways. You could take slightly easier variation is just to taking your right leg and crossing it over your left leg so your foot's in alignment with your knee, or maybe it can be down here, it doesn't really matter actually. Yeah, so that's one variation. The other variation is that you will slightly more difficult is to take the leg that was out in front and just to tuck it behind. We try not to have the hip too raised if we do that version. So I have to for me, I have to walk my foot out and really try to get that hip down. So we don't want to be at a funny angle when we're coming into a twist.
So we want to try to get the spine as upright as we can. So choose whichever variation, it doesn't matter, because the main thing is that you're doing the twist and you're getting that compression in the tummy and the twist in the spine. So, you know, that's just an extra bit of stretch if you wanted that. Okay, so from this position here, you're going to, so if your right leg is over the left leg, you're going to take your left hand and you're going to hug your right leg. This is where I get the rights and lefts in a muddle. You're going to take your right hand, you're going to place it behind you. So you're going to use your hand like a little tripod. So you're going to come up on your fingers. And from that point, you're going to push, using your tripod, you're going to push yourself into a nice long seated position. So you want that spine to be as upright as we can. So when we come into the twist, the vertebrae are already, there's already space between the vertebrae. It's as long as it can be. So we can twist each of the vertebrae as we go up into the twist. I say up is because we start to twist from the bottom and then we sort of twist all the way to the top. The last thing we twist is the spine. Okay, so making sure you're as nice and long as you can in the spine. Take a big inhale here, which might help to lift you a bit further. And then as you exhale, draw the tummy in, start the twist from the bottom. So lumbar spine first, and then it's the thoracic spine, and then the neck. And then when you're here, you're just going to stay here for a couple of breaths. Feeling that twist in the spine. I can feel it in my shoulders, or around the shoulder blade, should I say, not really in the shoulders, but around that area. It's really lovely. And obviously the neck. So 4 breaths. And then on an inhale, you're going to start to twist back to center. So start from the top, unraveling the twist to the neck, head and neck, thoracic spine, and then the lumbar spine comes back to center. Good. And then you're just going to switch sides. So taking the right leg, placing it on the floor, left leg, now crosses over the right leg. Making any adjustments you need to, giving your tummy space to move, giving yourself space to move. Spine is nice and long, the chin is tucked in. And then we're going to take our right hand and we're going to wrap it round that left leg. Going to make our tripod with the right hand and we're going to use that to push ourselves up so we're nice and straight. Take a nice inhale here. Pull the tummy muscles in as we start to exhale, starting from the bottom of the spine, working up each vertebrae best you can until finally you get to the cervical spine, the neck area. Is that right? Cervical spine? I don't think that's the right word. And then you're going to stay there for 4 breaths. When you've done your 4 breaths on the inhale, you'll come out. So twisting neck, top of the spine, you're just unwinding that twist until you're back to center. Take both legs out now in front of you. You can have a slight bend in the leg. We're going to do a forward bend. So you can have a slight bend in the leg if you want to, or you can keep the legs out straight depending on your flexibility. And we're just going to take a couple of forward bends, probably like, 4 forward bends. So you're going to inhale, take the arms off. Just trying to drape the body over the legs. Inhale to come up and then exhale to forward fold again. So really, we're just trying to reset the spine after that twist. So hopefully this feels quite nice for you. We keep going, just inhaling and exhaling, coming in and out of the forward bend. When you've done around 4 or 5, or you feel like, okay, that feels good now, you'll exhale the arms down by your sides and you'll come, shift your bum forward, come onto your back. Okay, and from here, we're just going to take a few hip raises, bridge pose, or Dvipada Pitam.
So take your feet hip width apart. Your knees are okay, bring them close to your hips. If they're a bit funky, you can take your feet further away. Work with your body. Hands by your side. Chin is in, eyes are closed. On an inhale, we're just going to raise the hips off the ground and take the arms overhead at the same time. Okay, so when you're ready, inhale, lift the hips. Sometimes when we push through the feet, that helps to get the hips up. Take the arms all the way overhead, and then exhale to lower the arms,
Lower the hips. Okay? Let's take that 4 more times. Inhale, lifting the hips.
take the arms overhead, exhale to lower the hips and the arms.
Good. 2 more rounds.
You're getting a nice stretch in the front of the body and the hip flexors. Yeah, if you do a lot of sitting, you want to stretch out the front of the body. This is just a really simple, easy way to do that.
Good. And then finally, we're just going to take the knees in over the tummy. And we're going to do some upward raised legs.
So start with your arms by your side and your chin is in as always. And then on an inhale, you're going to take both feet. So you can do one foot at a time if you want, but if not, you can do both feet, taking the feet towards the ceiling and arms overhead as well. So when you're ready, inhale,
stretching the legs
up to the sky, feet towards the ceiling, and the feet at the end. And then exhale as we bring the knees over chest, arms back down by our side. So we're going to do 6 rounds.
Inhaling.
In the legs. Exhale, the arms back down with the legs. So we're just really trying to set up that lower back now. So just feel how the back changes as you lift the legs. It's just pushing the pelvis into the floor. As they come down, there's like arch in the lower back. So just notice what's happening with your spine. We don't want to lift the pelvis off the ground. We want to be into the ground when the legs are up. So the back sort of flatters. One more round. Beautiful, well done. And then you can come into a nice relaxation. Savasana. So just taking the arms and the legs down to the mat. If it's comfortable, have the legs flat. If it's not, then you can have the legs bent. The legs are normally hip width, sorry, mat width apart, arms just coming out away from the body, palms are facing upwards. Chin is in, eyes closed. And just take a moment here just to let the body settle. Feel the effects of the postures, the asanas that we've just done. Linking the breath to the body and the movement. Just allowing the knees back to settle. And then when you're ready to, just starting to wiggle your fingers and toes, just to wake the body up slightly. Just to let you move that. Take on your feet in. Bring yourself onto your thighs.
Pushing yourself up. There's no rush to do this, but just whenever you're ready. Pushing yourself up to a seated position. Finding a comfortable seat, either cross-legged or sitting on your heels. And we're just going to finish the practice. So we're going to take our hands, place them on our heart. Bow the head to the heart. And then offering some gratitude, something that you're grateful for today. So I'm grateful just to my body, allowing me to move without pain, allowing me to come into difficult postures, just allowing me to do what I need to do on a day-to-day basis, walking and moving around. So just offering some gratitude to my body today. Maybe you'd like to offer some gratitude to your body. And also thank you for showing up to practice today and doing the yoga session with me. So from my heart to yours, thank you. Namaste.